Good morning, good evening, or whatever it is, and welcome to Christchurch Chats. We just had some controversy off Hazel, thank you. And so today what we're going to do is we're talking about the question, what does it mean to you to be born again? So Gillian, what does it mean to you? And oh, I should say as well that we're very professional here. We've got Hazel behind the camera because Paul isn't here. Why is Paul not here?
He's at work.
And what does he work as?
Oh, he works at Bet365 in the customer services department.
On the bookies.
But he is actually taking bets today.
He's taking bets on a Sunday. Yes. Taking bets on a Sunday.
That's not Christian-like.
Well, that's not Christian. We'll have a chat with Paul later.
Well, it is called Bet365.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Not have Sundays off.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Alright. So, anyway, so Hazel's here instead of Paul as a replacement. Yeah, she's come off the bench in the 60th minute. Okay, so Jill, what does it mean to you to be born again?
Now, to me, it's as if it's the moving of the Holy Spirit. That's what I think, and He makes you see things of a more spiritual basis, more clearly. And I was thinking, because I saw this episode of Doctor Who the other day, where Catherine Tate, I can't remember the name of the person that she played, Donna, she had some of the vapours that the Doctor has when he changes, and that had entered her, but she remained Donna until Davros zapped her, and then all of a sudden she could see everything the Doctor saw, and she could understand science and eternity and all that sort of stuff. And for me, when the Holy Spirit comes and zaps us, and He doesn't just do it once, He does it lots, we can see things more clearly on the other side of the curtain, as it were.
Oh, so it's a revelation, like, yeah?
It is, yeah.
Like that. But Davros, like, with his funny arms.
Yeah,
like that, yeah?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that one. That's
Yeah.
good, actually, yeah. Oh, Davros, yeah.
And she became the Dr. Donna.
Dr. Donna, I remember that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the few good new Doctor Who's. There's who's the best Doctor Who?
Peter Davidson.
Peter Davidson's the best. No, Tom Baker's the best Doctor Who. Tom Baker. Anyway, there's enough nerds, okay? Enough nerding around with that. Hazel, what do you think it is? What does being born again mean to you?
It's probably nothing like it should be, but to me, being born again is like a second chance. And if I could be born again, I know it's not the right, it's the Holy Spirit and all that, but if I could be born again, I would like to be coming back at about 40 years of age, where I'd learned to be good, right? Because it takes a while, doesn't it? I mean, look at the vicar.
Yeah, he's not even 40
but women, catch on a bit quicker, don't they? So anyway, yes. About 40, I'd be coming back. I'd know all the good things that I should be doing, so all them bad things I've done in my life won't even be there. They're not constantly at the back of me for me to think about. I'll be completely good, and I will go to all the countries where they need help. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it's earthquakes or famine or war or whatever, and they said, Hazel, come here, build a school, be a teacher, inject a baby, for immunisation, anything, and that would be ideal for me.
So what you're saying is that being born again is where you have the chance to leave behind everything that you've done before, before you were 40, right, and start again.
Yeah.
So I'm
only
40
doing good things.
Only doing good things.
And things that I've actually wanted to do and haven't really had the chance to do.
So that's what that's the chance that we have to be born again, is to leave behind the past and move forward. Now I'm 40 in a couple of weeks. Yeah. So do you reckon that's what's going to happen to me
presents
then?
In there, right?
Yeah, there's my presents in there, thank you. Right. Yes,
and card.
And my card, that's nice. So Alison, what do you think it is to be born again?
I felt it happened when hands were on me and I was like ice, and when they were lifted lifted off. It was as if I just flowed with heat and everything just much more joyful and peaceful and colourful.
So for you, it's actually
it was a moment in time. And also, as I am, as you know, sing rather flat and off key, I was on Iona and we were singing together, and I literally felt all our voices, mine included, we were singing absolutely in unison. It was a lovely feeling. It hasn't happened again.
Well, that's because you were involved with your flat singing, isn't it? That's what you were saying, isn't it?
No, Alison was saying that she was singing in tune.
Oh, Alison, that is a miracle.
Yeah, that was
It
sad.
was.
Yeah.
It was just a temporary minute.
Temporary. I think you're right though about that, about the singing in unison. Because in Murfield, when you chant the psalms, yeah, and when you chant the singing, is it actually all joins together, and that's the image really of unity, is where we're all singing as one. And Father Peter always used to say that when the community's in a good place, then the singing is more beautiful. But when the community's in a bad place, you can hear it in the music as it is. So I think for me, I suppose, what being born again is I am constantly reminded at home and here of my shortcomings. To be fair, can't think who reminds me here of my shortcomings. None of you lot, is it? No, definitely not. No. Right, okay. But what I think is that if I am forgiven, it's the joy of being imperfect. Is if I realise that I'm imperfect, that I cock it up, that I make mistakes, I get it wrong, then I don't expect or judge as much on other people. And I think that all of us make mistakes left, right and centre in our lives, and what being born again, like Hazel said earlier, is a chance to start anew, isn't it? So rather than living with regrets of saying, oh, I wish I did this, and this, it's being able to say, well, the past is done, that's it. Well, I don't know what happened then. Our cameraman was being not as attentive as he could have been. He was distracted. So what I was trying to say, I think, was that I love that Mario in the background. What I was trying to say, I think, was that we always have a chance being born again to have a second go and a second chance. So this is our second chance as our video is born again via Mario. So see you next time when it is at St Mary's. So if you can think of an evil question for St Mary's, send it in. What do you reckon? Should we send in an evil question for St Mary's, Alison?
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely, get him in. So see you next time on Christchurch Chats.